Bombs away. Hey y'all, I'm Carson Umbarger and welcome back to SC Traditions. So we got ourselves a problem. I have got one of my all-time favorite golf course ponds just down that way. And I've had the fortune to fish it for about 5 years now and caught some really cool fish out of there. Nothing crazy big, but always one of those places that you go dip a line, throw whatever the heck you wanted, and come back with a fish or two. In recent fishing trips though, within about the last year and a half, I have not been producing at all. And I want to know why. So I want to get down to the bottom with whether it's lack of fish out there or if it's I'm doing something wrong. And I know stereotypically when you're not catching fish, people go with the, well, there ain't a fish in here. I want to see if that's actually the case, or is it something I'm doing wrong and I need to change up my tactics? Have the fish gotten smart and really figured me out, or are there no fish left? That's the real question. Now, since this is a golf course pond, I obviously can't drain the sucker and take a deep dive into what's living in there. But as many of y'all know, since you're probably fishermen, bass are predatory fish, and in order for predatory fish to survive, they need some kind of food. And in their case, bait fish is one of the most common foods. And the way that you can check if bait fish are living in a pond is a good old minnow trap. Minnow traps catch little bait fish like minnows, baby bluegills, maybe even a crawdad or two, which there shouldn't really be a crawdad in there, but you never know till you get something wet. So we're gonna take this minnow trap, take some Ritz crackers down to the edge of the water and see if I'm really doing something wrong or if there's not a thing for these fish to eat. Also, I got a little challenge for you guys right here, and I want you to leave it down there in the comments. And just so you know, I do respond to every single comment, so no worries on that front. But I'm using some good old Ritz crackers here, and Ritz crackers are something that I have never used in a minnow trap. Typically I use white bread or dog food. But is there some kind of minnow trap bait that you use back at your hometown? And I will give it a go. We will compare, contrast, we will rate, and hey, who knows, maybe you have the best minnow trap known to man and I just hadn't discovered it yet, and that would help me out a ton, and it would help out everybody who watches this video. Anyway, I've ran my mouth enough. We never gonna know what lives down there until we get this thing in the water, so let's go do it. So I just wanted to add a quick side note for you guys out there. So obviously fishing golf course ponds can sometimes be a little bit controversial. Don't ever break any kind of rules. Don't ever break any kind of laws when you're going out to fish them. If you can fish them, great. They can be really good holes, but if it says no fishing, just don't do it, y'all. I hate when I run across videos of fishermen fighting the system and everything, because here's the thing, it gives fishermen bad raps and it gets us banned from other places like this. Like, I have seen grounds crew members out here, they've seen me fishing, I've seen them working the grounds, and hey, we're a-okay and we got a good relationship. You go out there and it says no fishing and you get yelled at and everything, another golf course sees that, they're gonna ban me from coming here or any other golf courses, and that's not cool. Now, I know this video's title is not how to minnow trap, but I'm going to give you a quick crash course in regard to minnow trapping. So it is super simple. You get one of these really nice minnow traps, these G's. It's not necessarily top of the line, but it's also nowhere near those cheap Walmart traps that you get. And you just crack it in half. It comes apart really easy. It's got a safety pin kind of clip, and then you're going to take your bait. Minnow trapping is the easiest thing. It's a great way to get little kids involved in the outdoors, and you're just going to dump your bait in there. Throw your trash in your pocket, or if there's a trash can nearby, throw it in the trash can. I hate when I go to ponds and see trash laying out. It gives, once again, a bad name to fishermen. Let's just be courteous, guys. Then we take our two, kind of the male and the female end of the minnow trap, link it back together. Look how this pin works. We just undo it like that, pinch it like a safety pin, boom, locked in place. Then we just got a simple overhand knot, something to hold that tight. And we find ourselves a little bit of a hole in the brush to throw the minnow trap. Now, if I'm looking for a good minnow trapping spot on kind of a pond, I'm gonna go for something like that. It's kind of a recessed cut in the bank. It's got something I can tie the trap off to, and I can actually physically see little minnows swimming around it. If you wanna catch minnows, you obviously gotta throw where the minnows are, and oftentimes minnows are kind of in shallow areas right up close to the bank. Perfect area right here. We're gonna tie it off to one of these sticks over here. Let's get it done. Bombs away. Perfection. Could not ask for a better throw. That is exactly where we want it. It's seated where it's not wobbling around, because fish hate it when they get in somewhere and it shifts. That's gonna scare them instantly away. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna come back in about 12 hours or so, and we're gonna know exactly what's the matter with this pond. Alright guys, we're back at the pond. It's been about 12 hours or so from the time that we set that trap. I can tell you there's a lot more life in the pond right here in the morning than it has been in the evening when I've been coming. So hey, who knows, maybe that's the problem. Maybe we're gonna have to get up a little bit earlier and start fishing this pond in the morning before I go to work and school instead of coming after I get off of work and school. But the only way to really know what's living in this pond is to check that minnow trap down there. So let's get ahead and go do that. So we do have some crackers left in it. So evidently something didn't eat quite all of it, which is not necessarily a good sign. But then again, if there's not a lot of fish in there, it probably shows why. All right. Well, we got stuff. Bring them right down here. Let's see what we're working with. I'm gonna hurry up and try and get these guys back in the pond, y'all. But right there, that's what we got cooking. Tiny baby bluegill. That's what these fish are eating. So that's showing me that there is plentiful amounts of bait fish somewhere in this pond. That is a lot of minnows right there. We're gonna count them up when we throw them back in, but there's no reason that fish shouldn't be having enough to eat. So I've got some other theories that I'm gonna go over in just a second. 29 fish for just 12 hours on the edge of a pond. That's not bad. So now that we've ruled out food sources via the minnow trap, I've got a couple other theories to why this pond is in this shape. And really the sad thing is we can offer no solution. I don't own this pond. I'm not about to go messing with its ecosystem, even if it's in bad shape, because honestly, that's not my place in this environment. But what I can say is that it's quite possible one reason this pond is in this shape is the lack of catch and keep fishing. Now, I'm not about to keep a fish out of this pond. It's on a golf course. It is pumped full of chemicals. These fish are pumped full of chemicals. I'd probably die of cancer within 15 days after eating a fish out of here. And I ain't about that life. But whether you like it or not, humans are a valuable part of an ecosystem. And one part of a pond ecosystem is people or other predators eating the fish out of here. And quite honestly, on a golf course, there's not a whole lot of predators, and humans are included. With that, tiny fish eat all the little bait and everything, and the big fish never even have a chance to grow. So that could be one possible problem behind this. Also, another possible problem could be an influx of bait fish. So ponds, if run correctly, should be a super low maintenance type of thing, almost a self-supporting ecosystem. The problem with that though is sometimes you can get certain species, like bluegill possibly here, running out of control and once again competing for valuable food that the bass also need. Additionally, certain fish give off certain chemicals, and an influx of those chemicals can absolutely wreak havoc on other species of fish. Even though they can coincide in regulated amounts, when there's an influx of one, there could be a deflux in another. Ultimately though, guys, the unfortunate thing is I can't do anything to fix this issue. And all I can do is keep coming out here, keep fishing, keep making videos, and raising a little bit of awareness for situations just like this. That maybe, just maybe, if you have a really cool golf course and you can talk with the pro or something like that and get yourself in, you might could regulate some of your golf course ponds. And obviously this is the cut and dry, quick and dirty kind of method. So it's not necessarily the scientific solution to these problems, but maybe it'll shed a little insight, if you know what I mean. I do have one more request for y'all though. If we can get 5 likes, we're gonna come back out here, we're gonna minnow trap again, and then we're gonna take those minnows that we got and we're gonna catfish with them. I am able to do that, and I've never caught a catfish out of here. I kinda wanna know, is there a catfish in here? Is it possible that the catfish are the big fish out here? You never know until you get a line wet, kind of like we never knew what lived in here until we threw a minnow trap in there. So, 29 minnows. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get it to 5. We're going to do that catfishing video if we can get there. We're almost at 30 subscribers, guys. On my last YouTube channel that I unfortunately had to quit, we had 30 in a year. This one, we had 30 in a month. We are growing considerably faster. Let's keep that roll going. But if y'all will, like, share, subscribe. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.